Hello users, and welcome back to Above It All, the series in where sometimes I talk about things that aren't extremely terrible, and bleak, and terrifying, and horrifying, and depressing. Anyway, so, Medicare for all, something that probably 99% of you are in support of. Maybe that 1% are a few weirdo Trump drones who've, just never read anything more than like 3 sentences strung together by anyone who's not the President of the United States. The New Orleans City Council passed a resolution, as we can see here, unanimously to support guaranteed health care coverage. Now, to my understanding, this means that the city of New Orleans, which is kind of, in a way, becoming what could potentially be another hotspot or epicenter of the virus, basically, they're not actually giving people health care, to my understanding. They are supporting the resolution, which basically means that they're telling the federal government, get off your fucking asshole and start doing something for us. That's basically what they're saying. And, I mean, obviously that's not really going to happen, but it's a very large step in that direction. If we have, city councils all across the fucking states, and we have, say, maybe even 3 or 4 actual state governments will say, you know what? Medicare for all or bust, then that's how we get the ball rolling. So this is a very important, very great first step, and I'm just going to read their little statement here. Endorsing and urging federal legislation to provide universal, comprehensive health coverage with zero cost sharing for patients during this crisis, such as the Healthcare Emergency Guarantee Act and beyond, such as the Medicare for All Act of 2019, and calls on Congress to work toward the immediate enactment of this or substantially similar legislation to ensure appropriate healthcare coverage for all residents of the United States during both the current crisis and the crisis recovery period. So, this is the thing. If we do get a comprehensive healthcare reform, and there's like a but for on it that says, okay, when the crisis is over, it's over, and then everyone has to go back to paying their bills, that's going to give everyone a taste of Medicare for all in their mouths. Oh, going to the doctor without paying anything? And, I'm trying to think of like a possible counter argument, but it really is, there is no counter argument. The only counter argument I've heard is I'm 21 years old and I have a good diet and I don't need no Docky Jim, so why should I pay an extra few percentage points on my taxes if that means my mama can get free health care? Fuck my mama, I hope she dies. That's really the only argument you have, unless you live in a cabin in the woods. I'm sorry, this whole argument of oh, I don't want to pay for Medicare for all. Oh, I just get a healthy diet. Why should I subsidize obese people? It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. If you think some of this stuff, you are a moron. I am sorry, you are a very stupid person. Not only are you a stupid person, you're a psychopath. You're basically a homicidal psychopath because you want to kill people with your stupidity. If you were just sitting in the corner saying oh, the earth is flat, guys, believe me, look at my map, look at the earth is flat, man, look at the sun and the dilation of the shadows. You're not harming anybody. But if you're in the corner shouting down, I hope you die, you shouldn't have to pay, you should be able to pay your cancer treatment bills, please die, coronavirus isn't that big of a deal, it's a fake, it's hoax, now you with the coronavirus, you should die without being able to pay for your bills and then also have debt passed on to your entire family after you die, so not only is your family mourning the loss of a loved one due to a fake illness, but then they're also paying off your debts. Yes, I'm very smart, I watch Donald Trump on television. Oh, you're criticizing my opinions, well guess what? TDS, haha, counterpoint, TDS, owned! I've seen this on all of my videos. Every time I mention how stupid Donald Trump is, I get some stupid, smart, fucking, genius going haha! Well, guess what? I've just come up with the brilliant counter-argument. Everything you said about Donald Trump, it's actually wrong. Why? because TDS, facts and logic. What the fuck does that mean? I still don't know what TDS means. I really don't. But I just get people, like, it sounds like it's like a video game or something, like the something. I don't know. I honestly, and I'm saying this with complete sincerity, I do not know what that means. But again, the Medicare for All movement, it's super important that this continues to grow. If you live in any area that's not New Orleans, I highly recommend, if you have any sort of touch with your local city council or any government official whatsoever, send them this link and say, do something similar. Because again, these people understand, it sucks that it has to be this way, but when you are in New Orleans and you see all of your constituents die, maybe someone you love dies, maybe someone you know dies, and it's like, oh shit. It all of a sudden goes from something you see on TV to, oh, this is actually happening? So, all these stupid Trump numbnuts, dumb fuck motherfuckers, they go like, oh, TDS! Liberal owned! Guys, look, I said TDS in the YouTube comment. I got them. All those people, they just inhabit the internet. They have no friends, and maybe they live in their mother's basement. So, the only person they know is their mother, and somehow their mother hasn't died from COVID yet, and that's really the only thing. And then if their mom dies from COVID, who knows what will happen. But until then, these people just don't believe in it because they're fucking stupid. They're dumb. And that's what's bizarre, is we have these devices. Almost every single person, or at least, every square per capita, whatever, has this fucking device where they can take a fucking video of ice trucks being filled with dead bodies, U-Haul trucks being filled with dead bodies in New York. Those are just videos that exist. They're just there, and yet somehow there are still people that go, oh, TDS! Ha-ha! It's fake! That's the thing, is, I really just don't get it. I really don't get it. This should be common sense. The fact that this isn't, we have video! We have literal video of fucking refrigerator trucks being filled to the brim with dead bodies. Why are we still acting like that's not a thing? It's just bizarre to me. It's really just, it's mind-numbing. Anybody, and I mean anybody, who thinks that the coronavirus is fake in any capacity, you are dangerous. You should be locked in some sort of chamber somewhere, and freedom, liberty, prison is wrong. I mean, seriously, if you the thing is, if you could just get the coronavirus and die, I wouldn't care. This is my thing. This is what separates me from being so triggered by this versus not caring. If someone were just oh, I'm stupid, I don't believe in it, oh no, I got the coronavirus, I'm dead now, right? That's fine. Die, for all I care. You are a terrible person, you provided nothing to society, and your dangerous stupidity is killing others. And that's the problem, is if they could just die, and then they're done, society improves. One less stupid motherfucker on the planet. However, they're not just dying. They're getting the virus, giving it to people that are innocent. Oh, let me go check on my aunt or my grandma. And because the virus is fake, I'm just going to sneeze everywhere. And then all of a sudden, their family's dead or in the hospital or whatever. And that's the problem, is if you've got one Trump-loving stupid fuckface in your family, you are all at risk. And that's the problem. All it takes, and this is a virus, and that's the thing, is people are treating the virus like it's some video game or something. This is how real life works. People are acting like the germ theory of disease is some new what? Germs? I've never heard of that. Oh, let me go churn my butter and milk the cow. What? We've had the germ theory of disease for over 100 years. What? How the fuck don't people believe in this? You don't just not get a fucking disease because of willpower. Yeah, I don't believe in it. Therefore, my white blood cells, and they're just unaffected because, my brain just says, hey, I don't believe in this. That doesn't, it's just, oh God, it's so stupid. I'm sorry I spent this whole video talking about dumb coronavirus morons, but I really what else am I supposed to talk about? This is great news. And the problem is, it sucks that this is the way we have to go about it. Again, if this were done, say Bernie Sanders was president in 2017, right? we would have had this coronavirus, like we would have had a pandemic response team, we would have Medicare for all, everyone would be fine, we probably wouldn't have had any issues. But nope, it's Donald fucking Trump, because Hillary Clinton had to fucking cheat the primary and be such a uniquely terrible fucking candidate that she happened to somehow fucking lose to Donald Trump of all fucking people. And now 80,000 deaths and climbing. The Trump administration says we're going to hit a 9/11 every day by June, and it's only going to get worse. 80,000, y'all. Those are 80,000 human beings that will never walk the face of this planet again because they are dead because of Donald Trump and these stupid fucking TDS morons. Seriously, again, it's mind-numbing. It is mind-numbing that this is the world that we live in, where people have video evidence of all the amounts of people that are dying, right? You can look at that with your eyeballs, right? We also have the germ theory of disease. We also have medical professionals. We also have scientists, medical scientists. But nope. Donald Trump says it's a hoax, therefore, gotta be a hoax. Sean Hannity says it's a hoax. I mean, he would never lie to me. It's not like Sean Hannity viewers have a 20% increased death rate compared to Tucker Carlson viewers, and that's just, intra-Fox News, Never mind comparing fucking Chris Cuomo viewers or fucking, Rachel Maddow viewers to Sean Hannity viewers, right? So we still live in a situation where 60% of the country does not want to stop any lockdown, let alone start reopening, right? It's just... And that's the problem, is this is great news, but it's too little too late. All the Pete Buttfucks of the world, all the Beto or fucking Storks of the world, all the Elizabeth Warrens of the world, all the Hillary Clintons of the world, those were the people that should have been in favor of Medicare for all when it really mattered. But guess what? We were left with one person. And that's why they say it right here. Authored by Senator Bernard Sanders. And obviously Pramila Jayapal in the House. But she wasn't a presidential candidate. She didn't have, a national platform like that. One person. One person. And we spent a year being talked down to by not Donald Trump, not Republicans, but Democrats. I wonder what Pete Buttigieg is thinking right now. Damn. If only we all just rallied behind Medicare for all. But now I'm responsible for killing 80,000 people. Oops. Right? But no, they don't care. They don't care. Elizabeth Warren, I think her brother's dead or something. Oops. Yeah. Doesn't matter until it happens to you. Right, Liz? Right? Yeah, Medicare for all. Doesn't really matter. Maybe if I'm elected president, maybe I'll do it on my third or fourth year. Maybe. That's not a priority, Medicare for all, It's not like 30,000, 40,000 people died every year because of just generic inability to, have health insurance. But no. 80,000 people dead in a pandemic? Maybe. Where's her fucking push for Medicare for all? Where's her at everyday press conferences? My brother's dead. We should have Medicare for all now. I don't see them. So, I don't know. We're basically, this is it, y'all. This is endgame. Our entire government has been completely destroyed. And again, this is great news, but I think it's too little too late, especially under the Trump administration. The soonest time we could get Medicare for all is if Biden wins, or whoever the Democratic nominee is, and they somehow have a heart attack, right? If Biden wins and then dies on day 3, and then somehow we manage, whoever the vice president is might be slightly more intelligent, and then we just fucking occupy the White House, and occupy the White, surround the White House with COVID, get little spray bottles of fucking mucus from COVID patients, and just spray them at the White House until they do our bidding. Really, what else are we supposed to do? We're fucked, everybody. We're fucked. Good luck. I don't know. I'm in a very fortunate situation, but I know that my situation is very precarious. If people in my house all of a sudden get fired or lose their job or get laid off, I'm going to be fucked. Imagine trying to get a job in a pandemic. It's not really going to be too feasible. But who knows? Hopefully everything goes well. I hope so. But all I know is 80,000 deaths and climbing. This government's not going to do anything. And all I know is that I just had to go through a primary election where every single candidate on a 30-candidate panel was nope. Sorry. We know your mom died because she couldn't pay medical bills and didn't have health insurance. Too bad. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you, Democrats, and fuck you, Republicans. And again, God bless Bernard Sanders for just, we can disagree with him kind of doing things in the last moments. But, I mean, without him, if he were just not here and there was no push for Medicare for All to begin with, just imagine the world that we would live in. I can't. I really can't. I don't know. We're all fucked. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Rest of your life, maybe. Who knows? At this point, anything's possible. Could wake up tomorrow. Oops. Shouldn't have fucking taken out my trash 6 days ago. Now I've got COVID. Now I'm dead. Oops. Anything can happen. I don't know. We live in very scary times. And, maybe I'm playing it up a little bit. Maybe it's not that scary. I think it's pretty fucking scary, but that's just me. Anyway, thank you. Subscribe for more. And if you have any recommendations for news stories or anything you want me to talk about, feel free to send me a DM on Discord or Twitter or whatever. Send it in as a comment. I'm less likely to remember comments. But maybe I'll copy and paste it somewhere if you ask nicely. I don't know. But if you got any news or any hot scoops, let me know. And I'll see you again soon.